work less to achieve more. So I'm a huge believer that working longer isn't the way to get more stuff done. I'm a huge believer of that because this is how I've lived my life the last few years. So what I do, I pick out what's the most important thing for me. So I want to get really, really good at trading. I feel like I'm on this journey to just get the best at crypto trading that I could be. And so what I do is I time block my time in the morning so that I do it first. So I literally jump out of bed and start trading. I don't even jump out of bed and do other things like make coffee or breakfast. I jump out of the bed and then I look at the chart and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Where can I enter? And what can I do? And this is how I'm able to make, say, sometimes $1,000 before breakfast because I do this in the morning. And then I have the whole rest of my day to myself. Sometimes it's necessary to work a lot longer. It depends what you're doing. What if you're writing a book, or what if you're just doing a huge project and you need more time? But sometimes really I think that we can take time for ourselves, and I don't think that it's necessary to be working all the time and just being busy, busy, busy and not actually getting things done. So a good way to do it is time blocking. So let's say you take your phone and you set a timer for 40 minutes and you're like, right, for this 40 minutes, I'm just gonna do this one task. If it's writing an article, or if you have to hire someone, or if you have to do some cleaning, or whatever it is that you have to do, set a timer and be like, right, I'm gonna do it. And then it takes a little while to get into the flow of things, especially when you get interrupted. So when you get interrupted, that's the worst thing ever. So it actually takes 15 minutes after an interruption to get back into it. So go on your phone and turn it on airplane mode, and that way you won't be tempted to go on social media or something or waste time. Just focus on the task at hand, and that's how you get good at it. Another way to be super productive with this is in your calendar, instead of typing out a whole bunch of stuff you have to do that day, just put in 3 things that you have to do that day. Everything else kind of put in a buffer, because you never know when the unexpected happens, and that way you don't have to redo the rest of the week. So give yourself time to do each thing. A lot of people, they don't give themselves enough time. They give themselves maybe 10 minutes between tasks, and I don't think that's enough, because sometimes you might get on a roll and go over on your task. So definitely give yourself a bigger buffer between tasks. Also, figure out when you're the most creative. Some people are the most creative in the morning, while other people are actually more creative at night. So figure out what you are, because not everyone's the same. Not everyone is actually meant to wake up at 5 a.m. I actually found that out from reading a book when I was in Costa Rica. Sometimes we were thought like, oh, waking up in the morning, that's what makes you really productive. But sometimes no, sometimes waking up later in the day and being productive in the evening and at night is actually better for you. So definitely figure out what kind of person you are and block that time for when you're the most productive and the most creative, because you want to do all your creative work in that time frame. So that's the trick, because the whole thing about waking up at 5 a.m. or before 5 a.m., it doesn't work for everyone, and it doesn't work for me, that's for sure. We actually do a lot more than all the previous generations ever did, and we still have the same 24 hours, but our values are even a bit different. There's an overload of social media and things like TV and Netflix and things that we probably shouldn't be doing with our time, but we do. Sometimes we think, oh, I don't want to go to the gym for an hour, but then I'll sit down and I'll watch a show for an hour and think, okay, I'll watch another episode. Depending on what you're doing, time might feel like it just flies and it disappears because you're doing something you like. But really, if you want to be the kind of person that works out every day, you're going to have to book a time for it. So book a time block. And if you want to be the kind of person that learns how to trade crypto, you have to book a time block. Or if you want to write a book, book a time block for it. And if you don't do that, and if you don't put it into your calendar, chances are it won't get done. Whereas if you put it in your calendar, it's non-negotiable. Just get it done. So if you want to reorganize your life so that you have less stuff to do, figure out what's actually important. So let's say you write down 20 things that you want to achieve. Just pick the first 3 and work on those, and don't even worry about the rest until those are done. All right, so do you agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit subscribe and like, that would be great. And I'll see you in the next video.